Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Isopate. Yeah, I don't know how many times I've recorded this intro, but fuck, jeez. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of It's Okay, Baby Girl. I'm your host, Sneha. I'm happy to have you here. If you're new, a special welcome to you. Thank you for joining the stupidity and chaos that is this podcast. And I hope you like it. Please like it. Okay. Thank you. Anyways, jokes aside, what's up, y'all? We are recording new episodes for the month, so let's get into it. This week's episode is about taking time to celebrate your little accomplishments. It's not always about the big picture, but about the little steps you take to get where you want to go. So let's get into it.
Qu'est-ce que je vais te nommer? Je vais te nommer l'amour, l'amour tendre, l'amour qui chante doucement dans mon cœur, l'amour sans logique à la raison.
So we are now about halfway through the year. It is June. So I figured this is a great time to reflect upon how we started off the year, the goals that we set for ourselves, and how far we've come in achieving those goals or getting close to achieving them, right? And the one thing that I realized is that a lot of us tend not to celebrate the little victories that lead up to accomplishing the big picture. They're all little puzzle pieces that come together. However, sometimes, you have to try a couple times before it fits, and there are certain steps that you need to take. You have to place each puzzle piece, and it has to fit together in order to get to the big picture, right? But we tend to focus a little bit too much about the big picture that we lose track of the little things that get to that point, right? And for a lot of us, we've been just naturally raised that way to just keep pushing, and we don't take time to celebrate the little victories in life. But I think that kind of leads to burnout. It's a very unproductive method of trying to achieve your goals, because when you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing without looking back and seeing how far you've come, I think you're more likely to get unmotivated. At least for me, that's for sure. When I don't pay attention to how far I've come, I definitely get bogged down, and then I'm discouraged and I stop trying as hard. And then sometimes I don't achieve the goal altogether. So there's no point in doing that. But your little victories are victories, okay? So I want to challenge your belief in this way. A lot of us grew up, especially if you're South Asian, to be highly competitive and always striving to be better and better, right? Nothing wrong with that. However, I don't think our little accomplishments were acknowledged very much, because maybe our parents were afraid that we would just settle for that. But that's not exactly the case. I think, if anything, when you kind of reward your kids' behavior and acknowledge their little wins, they're more likely to believe in themselves and keep pushing forward towards the big picture. Again, you don't have to wait until they graduate college and like get the dream job and marry that person and have a bunch of kids for them to know that their parent is proud of them, And unfortunately, that's just kind of how we were raised. That's our culture. And to some degree, that's just what our parents know. And I don't think they realize like how it comes across now and how ineffective it can be. Some parents are not like that. It's okay. But it's all right. Just because we were raised that way, per se, if this is your experience, that does not mean that you have to continue that mindset into your adult life. So I want you to take a moment and think about how you started off the year. What's something that you really wanted to get done, and are you at least close to getting it done, if not have already achieved it, right? Or maybe the plan has changed completely. Maybe you realized the original goal is not exactly what you want anymore for your life, and it's changed, and that's okay too. But you gotta celebrate that, whether it's you changed your mind about something or you've made some sort of progress, even if it's a little bit of progress towards the life you want to live, the person you want to be, right? It can be about anything. It could be your career, finances, your love life, your friendships, your hobbies, your personal pursuits, your strength, fitness, whatever it might be, your health, right? Or personal habits that you're trying to make or break. It could be about anything. Just think about it for a second, because I've done some soul searching and reflecting recently, and I've realized some things that I started out the year wanting have completely changed, or I've already made it, and there's some that are still a work in progress and have had some obstacles, some setbacks, and that's okay. It's not the setbacks that we should worry about, but the fact that we get up again and overcome these challenges and become more resilient. The little things matter, so don't forget that. We all have to start somewhere. It's not like some of our dreams and goals accomplished are overnight. If anything, it takes days, weeks, months, years, to get where we want to go, and that's okay. As long as you put one foot in front of the other and keep walking and take moments to look back and see how far you've come rather than how far you have left to go. I think that's much more motivating, because you prove to yourself again and again, like, okay, I got this far, I can keep going, rather than, oh, I still haven't gotten there yet, and I've spent this much time and effort and etc. on this endeavor, this project, whatever you're trying to do, right? It's not exactly encouraging, in my opinion. I don't think people work well that way. So take a moment, right? Every week, think about all the things that you did get done, that you push yourself closer to who you want to be, right? Or the life you want to live. Maybe do it every day if that's what it takes to help stay motivated, It's very easy to get burnt out in this day and age. We have a very exhausting lifestyle nowadays, with our work-life balance being practically non-existent, and just in general, the way that our society operates definitely does not take time to reflect on our progress. It's very excuse me. It's very focused on productivity rather than, the little wins and how can we be better and better and better. And there's nothing wrong with that. We should not settle for the bare minimum, but it is still important to see the little things along the way. It's in the little things that you remind yourself that you are capable of being better and better. We don't necessarily have to wait until the end goal is accomplished to prove to ourselves that we can do it. You are proving that to yourself every day that you wake up and choose to show up for yourself. So, with that being said, I want you to just take some time this week, reflect on this, what this means to you, and do something small to celebrate your little victories, your little accomplishments. Maybe if you set to do a bunch of tasks this week and you got 90% of it done, like, treat yourself. I don't know, whatever that looks like to you, right? Go do something fun, reward yourself, celebrate, acknowledge. I know that some people, instead of writing down to-do lists, they write down did lists, basically, which is you write down what you did do today. So then you actually look at the list and see, wow, I actually did this and this and this, because sometimes we'll do so much in a day and still feel like it wasn't enough. So maybe try doing that. Write down what you did today instead of what you need to do, because you can keep track of what you need to do, and maybe make a separate list. That's what I do sometimes, is like, if I'm really struggling to feel like I got enough done or I was productive enough for the day and I did a lot, that I will look back and reflect upon, what did I do today? Because then I'll realize, wow, I actually did squeeze so much into such a short period of time, and I need to stop beating myself up so much and thinking that I didn't do enough. I did more than enough, and if anything, I need to sit down and take a damn break. So maybe you need that as well, or maybe just to show you that you are accomplishing things every single day, and that it doesn't have to be this big wow moment for you to be winning and growing. Okay, so thank you for tuning into this episode of It's Okay, Baby Girl. I appreciate you joining me for another week of craziness and listening to me yap. I really, 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 really appreciate every single person who listens to this. Even if I have one person listen to an episode, it means the world to me. So thank you so much. You guys are my little wins. I love you. Anyways, if you want to know more about the podcast, I have an Instagram account. It's Okay, Baby Girl. You can find it in the show notes or description. I'll put all the links. We are on Spotify and YouTube at the moment, and Instagram. So you want to keep updates on the Instagram account, that will be there for you to see what is going on behind the scenes and all the funny little things that I be up to outside of the podcast. So please join us there. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Goodbyes.